and welcome to Diablo 4 Belial's Return. I am Sammy. This is Sammy. You are Sammy. We are all Sammy. And we are going to be diving right in. You'll notice that I am a few levels higher than I was yesterday. And that's because I wanted to get in and try to figure out how to make my character a little bit stronger and a little bit more prepared for what was going on. I did not go too far ahead, and I tried not to get ahead at all, but there was one part of the season journey that I accidentally completed. So we're going to take a look at that right now. I am in Chapter 4. Chapter 4. This is what I accidentally completed last night. It's specifically the tempering affixes onto ancestral gear. I just was trying to pick up better equipment. We'll look at that if you guys want to, but in picking up new equipment, that means that I had to upgrade it, and at least 2 of them were upgraded because I needed just 4 more affixes to be tempered in order to do it. But let's go ahead and claim that and then take a look. We only need to complete 2 more objectives. So I have already reached rank 9 with the Unveiler's Oath, and that might be the last story mission for this part of thing. Well, we'll see. We'll see, because if I complete rank 9, I think that is what I have to do to complete the Lord of Lies seasonal quest. At some point, I've got to find Belial. I imagine that's part of that quest, but I don't know. We'll see. And then, of course, upgrading boss powers again. I think that right away, I want to jump into a tier 25 Artificer's Pit, just because I was limiting myself to just tier 20. And I'm at a point where I'm like, come on, I am ready to go up a little bit more. And then, of course, doing some of these layer bosses and having their keys. So I'll take a look and I'll see what I have. We'll see what I'm able to actually unlock. But I think to start, let's just go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and level up. Oh, I got the notice that my battery's dying. There. Now the controller won't die on us. Yay, with all the stuff I picked up. Okay. Now, once again, I am using the Ice Shards maxroll.gg build guide. Still working on getting stuff. I've got... Hello, Blazin. I've got 1 new piece of armor. So I now have the unique Raiment of the Infinite, and I'm going to keep that. I'm still looking for other pieces, but, you know, it's not that big of a deal. I also found the affix that I need for my boots, so it wasn't all bad, you know, hanging out last night trying to get ahead. Now, when we look at amulets, it looks like they want to give us glass cannon and permafrost. Whoops. And this doesn't give us either of those, so... But this is the one I should have been looking at, which also doesn't give us either of those. So I think I'm going to dump it. I don't think it's worth keeping, if I can remember how to play video games.
Greetings. How shall I get? What's still got some good in it?
Okay. Aspect of Armageddon upgraded. Now, what do I have in terms of potions? I'm going to lose 200 by going to tier 25. But I'll still be at max. So I'm going to go max life. And then eventually we will actually craft some of these. So tier 25, let's get warmed up. I'm ready to go. You're ready to go. I think we're pretty ready for this.
I know what lurks in darkness.
Alright. So I do think I am a wee bit better prepared. I might just be a little bit squishy. Blazin asks how I'm doing, and the answer to that is A-okay. Had some strange things happen, but I'm trying not to think about it because there's not really anything I can do. All right, I'm going to talk about it because it's weird. It's weird. It's on my mind. I don't know what I should do about it. I was on my walk, and there was this older guy doing some work on part of the public lands. The parts where the city owns it, they just don't do anything with it. He was cleaning up the garbage and pulling the weeds and dealing with some of the overgrowth that was over there. And he just had a couple of logs that he needed help pulling because he was a little bit of an older guy, just needed a little help getting the big heavy stuff moved. And I was like, all right, I'll help. And we did it really quickly. And then he just wanted to tell me more about his project. And while he was talking, a cop pulled up on him and started talking. And I did not want to be a part of that. So I just walked away. And now I'm nervous. I'm like, am I going to get in trouble because I didn't... it wasn't my project. I just didn't want an old man to hurt himself. I was just being helpful. I didn't feel obligated to stay. No one came looking for me. It's not like I was walking fast or running away. I don't know. It was just weird. I don't know why the cops were messing with the old man for cleaning up garbage and weeds, but it's what it is. Okay. What about you guys? What about you? If you're in the chat, go ahead and tell me how you're doing today. At the risk of, small talk, I'm pleased at the weather. It's a little bit windy, which makes it a little bit cooler, but it's very nice and sunny. Okay. I like this build now. RSA, RSI. It still sounds Greek to me. Either spelling. Oh, yeah. I ended up quitting last night, not because I was tired. I had lost track of time, but my wrist started hurting from just doing the same things over and over again, and I was like, oh, maybe it's time to go to bed. Okay, so I've had a few things since I played last. One of the things that I've got, and I don't remember how I got it, when I teleport, I pull everybody in towards me. I think it's one of my Paragon board rewards, but it makes me want to, teleport more. I'm like, I gotta remember to do that. It's also interesting because this feels like a build that I can't spam buttons with. A lot of my other builds, I will just hold a button down and just be like, that's what I'm gonna do. But with this one, I kind of have to be methodical. I have to really pay attention, and I like that. I also think part of that is because I don't have a lot of my resources. And so if I spam my primary attack, which is the star of the show, I run out of resource. And so I'm trying to slow down, make sure that I maintain my resource. I think as I start getting better gear, my play style is going to change. Okay. Boy. These guys. There we go. Good. Okay. I like to use the Frost Nova on elites, but I don't always do it. That was the other thing I did yesterday. Not a lot of Obdicite farming, just a little bit, just enough to... Oh, dang it, I hit the wrong button. I don't know what I was thinking. Just enough to start getting a few more of my equipment, my pieces more powerful, I guess. That's really what I'm saying. But yeah, I didn't want to do anything too deep into the season. I wanted to be able to do that on stream. So I do feel a little guilty about having completed one part of the season without you guys being around. There we go. Easy peasy. And I think that means we are now able to get, into Torment 2. So, before doing the other stuff, let's go ahead and grab that. And now either of these are just going to be a matter of doing them, but I'm probably going to do this first. But I would like to do this because I want to get all the rewards. I want to get the Smoldering Ashes, and I want to make sure that I'm getting everything completed. Let's see. And then here, I've got 2 of them at 15. I am working towards the next one. So I've already started upgrading it. There we go. And so I'm just going to work on the next one on the Paragon board, which at this point is going to be Elementalist, which is good because I also need to get that one up to 45. But for now, we're just going to start with these ones at level 15. Next will be Elementalist, followed by Destruction. And then hopefully it looks as though I get to keep all of the same glyphs, they just get rearranged. So I will be able to just work on those, getting them to level 15. And then on this guy, we go over, down, up, over, and then we're going to hit this one, which is damage to elites. Good. I'm glad for that. That's what I'm into. So yeah, this build I'm really into. It's still early days. I might get my butt kicked in Torment 2. I don't think I'm ready to go there just yet. I think I want to do a few more things in T1 and then move up. So we're not going to be like last season where I immediately jumped up. I've been killing things. That's what I usually do.
Mostly.
Do we have any hope of stopping Belial?
Belial has been making progress ever since we escaped the realm of lies. His attunement with our world is complete. He is on the verge of pulling all of Sanctuary into his realm of lies. We have one last chance to stop it. You must return to Belial's temple and confront him there. He will have taken on a greater form now that his connection to Sanctuary is stronger. This form is more powerful, but also more fragile. If Belial is destroyed,
I just don't want to find out the hard way.
His connection to Sanctuary will be severed. He'll be forced to start anew.
And he'll never come back, I'm sure. Okay. So now we gotta enter the Palace of the Deceiver, which is just up here. Okie dokie. I could probably handle Torment 2. I just don't feel the need to force it. You know, like I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe, I don't know. Okay. Oh! I thought you were talking about moving up in difficulty. Now, I don't know, but this does look similar to... Now, I think that was a much longer and much skinnier bridge. So let's just dive in. The Palace of the Deceiver. Okay. So we're just looking for things, no rush. In my head I was like, we gotta go fast, and then I realized there's no timer. There's nothing telling me I have to go fast. Like, chill. We can take this at our own pace until something comes trying to kill us. Alright, that's not a booby trap. The Sanctum of Lies.
What is reality? Only what I allow you to believe.
Alright. Let's see how I do on this boss fight that I have kind of forgotten. Okay. Did I win? That had to be a lie, right? Maybe I should have gone up. But he laughed at me. Surely he is not defeated. Well, regardless, I think I am going to raise the I don't know. I was thoroughly defeated by so many of the layer bosses on the last stream. Do I really want to dive right into Torment 2? And the answer, I guess, is yes. I mean, we'll just see. We'll see what happens. Okay. Well, worst case scenario, I dive down to T1 just to complete that portion of the season. But I do want to have a little bit more of a challenge here in the story. I've defeated Belial.
We've triumphed, Wanderer. As much of a triumph as Sanctuary allows. But stay wary. Belial remains in the world, scheming his return and his vengeance.
That was it! Boo! Okay, well, part 3 of this season's story was incredible. I will give it that. Story mission number 3 was a home run. They knocked it out of the park, but that was such a bummer of an ending. Oh, dang it. All right, whatever. Belial's story is complete. Continue targeting bosses and collecting spectral ash to master boss powers. Yes, I now see. Fight powerful layer bosses across Sanctuary for immense rewards and a chance at build-defining, ancestral, and mythic unique items. Various activities yield the keys required to open the layer boss's hoard, which contains keys needed to open a more powerful layer boss's hoard. Each layer boss's hoard has a high chance at earning specific unique items. Higher powered layer boss hordes have a greater chance at mythic unique items. 4 out of the 5, well, maybe 3, we'll find out. But so far, everything that I read yesterday when I got into Torment 1. Belial waits to ambush after opening any layer boss's hoard. Defeat him to earn the keys to open his supreme form's hoard within Palace of the Deceiver. Yep. that was all from yesterday. So I guess there were 2 different ways to get that particular bit of lore. All right, well, I mean, there's plenty to collect and do, and it's fairly easy to earn reputation. So now the rest of the season really is just about gameplay and making things stronger and better. Heavy sigh, though. I am a little disappointed that that's it, but whatever. Whatever. I shouldn't be upset because, again, they had 1 chapter of this season quest that was genuinely great. Like, genuinely a great bit of video game art in there. So, that's fine. I'm sure we'll get another shot at Belial, and I'm sure it will be an interesting fight, but that was kind of a weak finale for the whole thing. Also, what happened with the Crusader? Like, we never figured out what happened to him at the end of the last mission. Where is he? What happened? Okay, whatever. I'm so flabbergasted that I'm having trouble focusing. I do too. And I guess that's the best kind of criticism, to be upset because you want more. That's better than being upset because it was genuinely bad, you know? So it's, to me, it's okay. I just wanted more. That's where I'm going to land. All right, well, what's next? What's next? So I do need to collect enough stuff to actually defeat him, and I also want to upgrade powers, but I think I'm going to go after Varshan. I think I have enough stuff in my stash. So let's go home. Because Karagar is now my home. This is where I live. This is my home portal. I'm flabbergasted. Now, do we drop it down to Torment 1 and just give it a shot? No, I'm going to give it a shot. Well, it's not going to cost anything. I don't need to be stressed out about this. Okay, everything can go. Good, good. All right. I'm going to try Varshan in Torment 2 because I'm arrogant. I'm cocky. I played a little bit last night. I got my character stronger. I feel like I am ready to go for it. So why deny myself the greater rewards if I happen to defeat him here? I'm going to make my face disappear. I've got 13, and I think it costs 12 to open up the horde. Living Steel is the thing that I need to go get more of. And then there are things from the new layer bosses that I need to look up. I don't know all of the ways to get these different things. Okay. Let's see what Varshan can do this season. Let's take a look. My stats. I don't have a lot of lightning or poison resistance. So I do need to worry about those and eventually start working towards those. Armor is a little on the low side, but I'm fine with it. I'm gonna go with just the potion that I've got running. Okay, here we go. He's definitely not going to be able to get me. I'm just too powerful. All right, let's see if he's more powerful. Ooh boy. I mean, he can. Oh boy, he can take a beating. Okay. I don't know what some of this stuff on the floor is. He's got new attacks. He's got new attacks. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, how am I doing? Dang it. Yep, let him get his buddies. Got him. I mean, as long as I can stay alive, then I should be able to get him. But he is definitely a lot stronger than he was last season. Ooh. Okay, so I need to actually attack his summoned dudes. Because that's what's turning into those little things that are hurting me. But I am going to give it one more shot and then maybe kick down the difficulty just to complete the season. You know. That was a learning experience for sure, Blazin. I am rather pleased with this update. I'm glad that it's not just the same old fight that we have had for like a year or two. It's nice to be able to actually have a pretty good challenge again. I like what they've done to update it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete this fight. But we're gonna try again. Okay, I need to remember not to go super silent because that's what I do sometimes. Okay. We are so close to finishing the Fry Play challenge. If you are new here, just by watching, you are earning beard hairs. It may be something reserved for followers, but we are trying to raise 25,000 beard hairs for our Fry Play community challenge. That will be a time when I play on a Friday, one of the days I don't usually stream. I also owe Blazin a hydrate, which I'm gonna do soon. Dang it. Okay. Got him. Yep, let's keep going. Dang it. I don't think I got him. Oh boy. Oh boy. Darn it. Ah, okay. Well. It's a good enough time to get a drink of water. But I am going to give this a shot in T1. I don't need to be forcing it. But yes, thank you for the 5,000 beard hairs, Blazin'. That was a huge amount. Surely we are getting very close. Wow. Yeah. I don't think there's an upper end for how many beard hairs you can have, so I don't know. Let me think about potions. No, let's not. Let's not.
I forge more than horseshoes and more there than I thought.
Thank you. Okay, one more again. Let's just see. What can Varshan do? I don't think he's got Jack on me. I'm gonna take him out this time. Hopefully. But again, as I often say, the challenge is completing the season journey. It is not necessarily completing it at the hardest difficulty possible. You know, we're just trying to complete the journey. We can save the challenges for after the journey has been finished. Not saying that that will make this any easier. Okay. Well, we got him that time. And how much does this cost? 12. So there's only one. I thought there was going to be one for, like, different tiers. But whatever. Use Malignant Altar to summon Torment. Party members increase the chance of additional treasure hoards. Okay. But we got our first Stygian Stone. I don't know what that's going to be for. And this is the helmet that I want for my Ancestral build. And it's a good one. So definitely wasn't a bad thing to drop down the difficulty and give it a shot. So we'll put that bad boy on. We're going to just completely break down this one. Still don't have the runes that I want. Blarg. Transmute for other horde keys. Okay. But they don't open anything on their own, right? They are on their own. Anyway, we're going to hit Beastin'. Oh, I don't know if I have enough stuff for the Beastin' Ice. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Pa, pa, pa. How many did I pick up? Not many, but that's okay. And then looking here, yeah, I now have this, and it can be used to transmute into any of those above. But it can be used in a specific layer boss dungeon? Which specific layer boss dungeon? That's what I want to know. I've got 14 for the Beastin' Ice, 54 for Zir, and then I need to collect a few more pieces of living steel. My nose is itchy. Oh, I hope I don't have like a mustache hair just tickling the inside of my nose. That happens sometimes. That's my least favorite part of beard ownership. As always, I don't want duplicates. That's why I just wanted to make sure that these were indeed different. One of those. And then over here, we'll put these away. I'll deal with the compasses later. I love the compasses, and I'm glad I'm collecting tributes for the Undercity, because I think that's where another layer boss key exists. But we'll find out.
Better than starting from nothing.
And now, give me one... Oh. Oh, it did have 2. Okay.
There they were.
Boo. Okay, so that gets me back over on the armor, so I don't need to worry about armor potions. That's not where it is. I need to figure out what to do about my resistances.
There's a good one.
Alright, let's see what we get. Okay, ice shards by 25%. This is fantastic. I'm glad I'm getting the pieces that I need for this build. I'm just so excited. I'm probably not showing it as well as I should, but as I was just reading this, I was like, oh, I'm finally getting the cooldown reduction that I need, and oh, I'm gonna get some awesome stuff with my ice shards. This is gonna be great. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to what is to come. Still need to find the last of the runes that I need, but let's not worry about that. I had a mission, and that mission was bosses. Who are you? Oh. I'm gonna go for this guy, Lord Zir. Here we go. Oh, now I've got a shotgun. Oh, this is great. I've been playing with the ice shard stuff, just being like, all right, well, it's cool. It's a nice little assault rifle shooting powerful shards straight forward. And now I'm shooting everybody. Now I got a widespread shotgun. All right, let's see how I do against the beast in ice. Oh, Lord Zir. I know where I am. I know what I'm doing. I don't know why you guys think I'm confused. Okay, so I may be too powerful for the guys in Torment 1, whereas I do feel like T2 really did give me trouble. Alright, well this is not what I'm putting on. Just taking a look. I always keep like an ancestral amulet for this build. Even when we go into Mythic or Pit Push. So that's gonna just go into my stash. Oh, but what about this ring? Oh, they want Tal Rasha's iridescent loop. And I doubt that's what I picked up. Yeah. Neat. Okay. Boxes within boxes within boxes. I like it. Oh. I almost went and teleported back to Karagar. I don't need to go to Karagar just yet. We're going to take out, or we're going to deal with the Whispers. Then we're going to go deal with the Beast in Ice. Then I need to head into a Helltide and collect a bunch of living steel.
It is done.
Bwahahaha to you two. Excellent. Those are just going to get thrown away, but I am glad to be getting some of these other pieces that I need. All right, off to the stash, then off to the Beast in Ice. All right, now, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the new inventory management system, the auto sorting. And this is one of those issues where, because I don't have a mouse and a keyboard, I can't drag and drop things. So I don't know if I love having ancestral above just the regulars. But I guess they do still stay in a relative order. All right, well, it just means I have to pay closer attention to make sure I don't get duplicates, if that makes sense. All right, Beast in Ice. I'm going for you. I'm taking you out. I'ma get you. I'm going to see if I can open up the challenge just to see how far we are. We are 50%. We are halfway through the Fry Play challenge. And that's exciting to me. I am pleased about that. Oh, I love my new shotgun. Got that. All right. Now, as I said, I think I'm overpowered for these guys, and that's fine. That's okay. We're just trying to complete this portion of the season. Okay, another Stygian stone. I'm okay with that. It's kind of sad that I'm not using a wand with this build, because that would be kind of cool to be rocking a wand, but, you know, that'll go in the stash. Same with the Fists of Fate. Nope, I'm going to wear the Fist of Fate, so let's figure out which one is better. 255 or 245? I think 255. I just hate the spread of 1% to 255. But everything else is pretty dope about it. So, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And I did get a bunch of spectral ash from those last two fights, so okay, it is worth it. I don't know why I keep sitting here thinking it's not worth it to go for those. Okay, before we go into a Helltide, I need to hit the guy up here. And should I do that? No, I'm going to do the Helltide. I just need to take care of all of... Nope. Just need to put that away and then take care of all of this.
There's a good one.
Okay, what's it going to be? All right, I'm into that. So I need to go to a Helltide, and I need to get a lot of living steel. How much do I have? I have 9. So I think I need to find 3 chests. And of course, there's no Helltide happening where I want it to be happening. Okay, so I wanted to look up the Stygian stones because it said it can be used in a specific layer bosses thing, and someone asked which one of those layers, and I'm trying to figure out what they're saying. If you are in Duriel's, Andariel's, or Harbinger's dungeons, you can right-click them, and they will drop boss summon mats for that boss. So that kind of sucks since I don't have right-click. So I'll have to look into that and figure it out. It might be a thing where I have to go to a specific dude in order to deal with it.
I haven't seen this since...
Yep. Good for you. I'm glad you got your thing. All right. Also, the murmuring obols have become useful, finally. I've often complained about how I don't really like them. I don't feel like they do anything. That is no longer the case. They now do something. They are now worthwhile. When you spin them on the Purveyor of Curiosities, he's quite likely to drop uniques. I don't think he drops mythic uniques, but he at least drops uniques.
What is this?
I don't know. All right. Wow, my shotgun is quite powerful. So I think I'm going to start spamming just my ice shards now. Because holy cow. Okay, the other issue is I'm in the wrong difficulty. I'm fine with being in T1 just to complete challenges within the season, but if I'm fighting just regular dudes, I gotta be fighting people that don't just drop the first time I touch them. We also only have 11 minutes left in this particular Helltide. So I'm not too worried about it. In fact, I'm not going to do that story mission. That side quest, not story mission. I'm going to get back into the fight. Oh boy. Sometimes I think I have my evade and it has not charged yet. Oh boy. Alright, I'm still pretty powerful in T2. I might even be able to get into T3. Come on, baby. Get those guys. I can't one-shot most people, and that's fine. That's fine.
Will be tested now.
Okay, so one of the things about this build is that my Elementalist passive, which I keep allowing to fall to pieces, but if I can get it up, it goes, like, it can stack 100 times or something, and I just get stronger and stronger, and that's one of the reasons I gotta remember to cycle through my attacks, because it's just building it up. Good. So I've got something stacked to 60. Oh, and there, next to that is my familiar, which I think is part of the... Oh no, and it's dropping. It's part of the elementalist thing, and it drops so fast. But you know, that's part of what makes me powerful. But I have to get killing in order to be powerful. Okay, what are you? 150. I gotta head back to this thing. I've got 4 minutes to get this thing open, so I gotta get there. Ta-da! So I believe that was only one, which, you know, fine, but still, be nice if it was a little more. Yeah, just one. Okay, I keep going quiet when I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. Good, lots of dead dudes. That's all I'm looking for, are the dead dudes. I'm not gonna go do that little side quest thing. And I'm not gonna get enough to be able to make it to 75 and then find a chest. I'll just wait. I'll just wait. And I'm also a little confused. So I think I only have to defeat him. I don't think I have to actually collect his horde. But I'm only 2 living steel away from finishing it, so I don't know why I'm dragging my feet on this.
What's still got some good in it?
Okay. I need to take a look at my Paragon. And it looks like we're heading over, and then we're going to collect that fire, or the flame feeder. And since I'm just going to kind of wait for the next Helltide to start, I might as well take another dive into the pit, see how well we can do. Now we're diving into a tier 30. Maybe that's overly ambitious, but I feel like we did pretty well in the tier 25. Good, good. Alright, alright. I don't want to use my big thing, my big Frost Nova until I'm ready for it. But yeah, I think I'm doing pretty well. It's the environment that's hurting me more than anything. Yeah, man, I'm rocking this pretty hard. I feel very good about this. I think I made the right decision with this build. Unless, of course, I start getting beat up by a bunch of dudes. And then I start to think, maybe I picked the wrong build. How could I pick a build that would allow them to actually hurt me? That doesn't sound like something I would do. There we go. Excellent. I almost died. Because again, the thing that is most dangerous for me right now are the floor traps. Oh, that's a dead end. Good. Oh man. Yeah, my cooldown timers are starting to work in my favor now. Plus the lucky hit is helping. Come on. There it is. Whew. Alright, got a bunch of dudes in here. And I'll just hit them with one of those. And another one of those. So Urivar's power, the super boss power that I'm using, it is in conjunction with my ultimate ability. So when I hit dudes with my ultimate, he drops a bunch of bombs. Or I drop a bunch of bombs. He doesn't do it. He's dead. I killed him. So I'm about to do my ultimate again on this group of dudes. So check it out. I fire it, and then 4 bombs come off of me and usually clear everything. At first, I didn't really like this ultimate when I first chose it because I was like, yeah, it like offers me a buff, but it doesn't really seem to be doing anything. And now I've got the screen clearing stuff that I want. It sends out the 4 bombs. They blow everything up. I'm into it. All right. Okay. I am doing a lot of damage to this guy. He's just got a lot of health. That was how he was staying up, I think. Oh, wait. What am I looking at on the boots? Okay. Max speed is not actually what I want. I want cooldown for my mobility, or my evade. So I would take a different pair of boots, but they need to have another grade or a fix because I don't like to downgrade. That is not one of the things I like to do. Blazin, how did you do at pit 75? I saw that message. I didn't react to it when it happened, but now is your chance to brag away. Cleared in 4 minutes? Wow. Blazin, you've got a great character there. All right, this one is the Flame Feeder. There it is. And then the next one I'm going to start upgrading is the Elementalist, and then I need to upgrade all 5 of those in order to get them to a place where they're actually doing damage. But which build are you doing? Is this your Ice Shards Sorcerer that's ripping through all these challenges? Elementalist, my dear Watson. There it is. Lightning Spear, that's right. That's one that I might try. Because, yeah, you sent me the link. If I get bored with this build this season, I'll give it a shot. All right, yeah, let's get this one going. Excellent. And there should be a Helltide starting. Maybe in 5 minutes? I can take a look. I like that. On my obols, I've got 549 of them. But take a look at this. What do I still need in terms of, you know, unique stuff? The ring. I'm going to go for the ring. So in previous seasons, the best you could hope for was just a legendary and it never was that great. You might be able to improve an aspect with this guy, but here, and I'm going to make my face disappear so we can watch what happens now.
Hello, shining beauty.
So I already got one that is going to be an upgraded aspect, and then going through, I got one that has a greater affix.
Hello, shining.
And there might even be a unique...
Go one more?
Oh, nope, I'm out. But the point is, it's actually worth looking at these now, because he's actually dropping stuff that works, you know, that you actually want to have. Although with this one, I don't want it, so I'm going to get rid of it. But I'm very pleased that they have made the Purveyor of Curiosities worthwhile. That was the one thing in every season that was more an inconvenience than anything else. I would get these obols and it would get maxed out, and I'd be like, ugh, now I have to go spend obols. And I would just do it once and walk away. And then last night I discovered, oh, this is actually useful. I'm not going to just do this and run away. I'm gonna start from the south. We're looking for 2 more living steel. Okay. Let's dive right in. Now, resources is still an issue for me.
What is this?
That's what I'm still kind of working towards. Unless I get a channeling shrine, and then resources. Easy. And let's use all of it. I gotta get better about only firing my ultimate. Well, I should fire it off all the time, but I keep thinking, like, it can do damage now. And so I save it for when I can blow up a bunch of dudes. And I don't think that is the philosophy of this build. I think they're like, no, man, fire it all the time. Make yourself powerful. Alright. What you got for me? Ooh, boy. There. I was like, I am in a bit of a tight spot. But nah, I'm fine. Those guys were in a tight spot because they were fighting me. Now, every once in a while, someone is able to stop me dead in my tracks. And that's always frustrating. Because, well, I don't mean they stop me in my tracks. They slow me down. And I wonder if that's something I have equipped that is making it so they can hit me and slow me down. Alright, 125 is a little on the pricey side. Okay. Yeah, man. I'm liking this build more and more, especially now that I am seeing just how much effect the equipment has. Like, once I put that helmet on, it turned my ice shards into a spread. Now I've got a shotgun. I love that. It's fantastic. I still have to, you know, position enemies in front of me, but I don't have to position them in a line. Okay, who is left over here? Alright, I've got enough for a 75. So that's what I'm going to look for. I don't need to save up to 125. We're looking for 2 pieces of living steel. I don't need all of them. Just need the 2. Alright. I feel quite powerful this season, guys. I think this build is very, very good. And so as far as like the actual season goes, there's a lot of stuff that I really do enjoy. I am a fan of the boss powers. I think they are a lot of fun. I enjoy Belial. I'm okay with the incursions. They just feel like another event that's on loop. So they don't bother me. I know some people are kind of like, oh, they're the worst, but they don't bother me. They're fine. If they were, well, if we didn't have Belial in having the possibility of invading things and being another layer boss that we can fight, I would probably be upset about the incursions if that was all we got for the season. But we do get more stuff, and so I'm fine with it. And I'm just not as bothered by it. And I enjoy doing the incursions on occasion. All right. Okay. Apparently I'm wanted. I wasn't paying attention. Definitely no complaints. No, I wasn't wanted. The bar isn't moving. Okay. Gotta use my teleport. That's what I'm always forgetting to use. Alright, from here, where will there be another 75 cinder chest? Let's find out. Oh no, I'm being hit. I'm gonna die. I might actually die because I'm having trouble finding what I'm looking for. Spent a little bit too much time in the map. Guys, just let me read a dang map. I swear. So rude. Oh. Speaking of rude. That guy knocked me off my horse. Alright, I think I am, yep, I am wanted. Which is good. Okay. We are doing fine.
You saved my life.
Did I? I didn't mean to. I was just killing dudes. I mean, I'm glad I saved your life. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that I saved your life. Your life is worth saving. I'm digging myself into a hole. The point that I'm making is, you're welcome. There we go. Okay. Oh, another person. Oh, it's the guy I... It's because I'm wanted. I forget sometimes that there's a thing I'm working on. Come on, give me my ultimate. Oh, never mind. He's dead. I was like, all I gotta do is hit him with my ultimate, but if he's gonna die before that, then no worries. Okay. I hope you guys were okay over there. Oh, it was someone else who hit him. I'm gonna go find him. There he is. Okay. Just want to clear out this area because I don't want these guys attacking me. It always frustrates me. And they're going to. Didn't do a very good job of taking out the spiders. Alright, now. Now they'll let me do it. And that should be all of the living steel I need to take on Grigwar. So let's go back home. Just to get away, just so we don't have people attacking us. That is the only reason I'm heading back to town, because I just don't want to be fought. I'm trying to survive for a little while. Let's see. Yeah, I think everything is going to be trashed. I don't really need any of that. I will take that, though.
Greetings. How shall I guide my hammer?
Alright. Nothing unlocked, only upgraded, only. I'm glad it got upgraded. Chak. I don't think that's what I'm using with this build. No, I'm looking for Cax. Q-A-X. Which will give me damage increase. Which would be nice, I think. We'll find out. And then, for our Paragon, we're going to do almost all of the magic nodes over here. So we're going to go down, then both of these, and of course this guy. But for now, we're skipping this one. Maybe we'll come back to it. We'll find out. All right, moment. Oh, not moment of truth. I forgot that I've got other stuff that I need to be doing. And then we're going to take out Grigwar, and I might try to take him out in Torment too, just to see if I can.
It is done.
Of all of these, I mean, I'm not going to put on any other chest piece besides the one I have. Yeah, none of those are gonna be used. And oh, wrong one. There we go. Gotta pay attention. I gotta pay attention. Hey, I got my snow veiled upgraded, finally. Oh my gosh. I have been sitting on that at whatever level it has been for a very long time, so I'm glad that that finally worked out. Now, this may be dumb. I may just be overly confident again, but I do want to try going after Grigwar here in Torment 2. I did okay against Varshan. I lost and ended up going into Torment 1, and I may do that here as well. But I want to try. I want to see. I just want to test my mettle against this guy. Alright. I also like that these guys got minor improvements to their little pre-dungeons. Well, most of them did not. Most of them are still just a circle for their dungeon. I think I'm just conflating the new guys with everybody else having an improved dungeon. Okay, well, nothing to do but to do it. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I can hold my own here in Torment 2. Okay. That was a lot of health. Gotta watch things now. So far, this seems pretty similar to previous battles. Wow. Although he hits very hard now. Ah, like I said, he hits very hard now, but that was a pretty good first effort against him. So I'm gonna give it another shot, and if we lose this time, then I'm just gonna complete the chapter. I'm just gonna kick it down to Torment 1 and try it again there. Okay. Gotta keep moving. Don't want to get hit. As well as making sure I keep my shield up if I can. Alright, let's have some distance. Let's make a little bit of distance. Don't need to prove anything. He is so close. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think I got him. Oh, that's right. I have to go to the chest. I'm sitting here like, is he gonna drop stuff? Whew. Well, that felt good. And that is chapter 4 completed. We have done it. We're not even halfway through the stream, and we have done chapter 4. So, let's go ahead and take a look at everything. Thank you, Blazin. I'm glad you're still here with me. Cheering me on. Okay. So I still have a 5 here, and then I might have a few 5s elsewhere. Gotta get that Obdicite. Sweet, I just purchased some platinum. Hey, don't feel bad. You know me. You know I'm going to talk to myself. But if you want to jump in and celebrate with me, I'm also going to be pleased to have that. So, saving up for 5 to get this trophy that kind of looks like a trophy from last season, but that's okay. And then this one is the most expensive, the armor. When I get an 8, then I'll be able to buy that. And that is a very cool town portal. I like it. I like it a lot. It does beat this town portal. This one's okay. It's okay. But I still don't have one that really screams ice. You know, that's what I was hoping for. In here, I've got 39. I was able to purchase this, so I could put on this tombstone. But I'm not going to get a portal out of this one either. And that's okay. That's okay. All right, so we did that. I still do want to complete these 2 things, but they're probably going to be done later. Instead, let's claim these rewards. And then over here, I have to make a decision now. Extra upgrades when improving glyphs would be very useful. That's the one right here. Unveiler's Oath is going to be going the whole season, but it might be nice to just get a bunch of them right away. Obdicite eventually is going to run out of usefulness. So I think that's going to be the one that I should do. Yeah, I'm going to do this. And then in the back of our head, we need to remember to be upgrading and defeating Belial, blah, 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 all that stuff. So that's true. And I've got plenty of gold, so it's not like it's a big deal. Okay. Reach rank 12, collect 6,666 spectral ash, and reach rank 20 with 4 powers, likely the 4 that I have equipped. That might get done. It might be the one that gets pushed to the end. Instead, this one seems quite doable. Torment 2 or higher, going after Duriel and And not Anduriel. God, they're the worst. And pillaging their hordes, so I do need to go farming for those. Okay, and now I need to do the incursions to hunt down some of these apparitions. Interesting. And then find some uniques. Okay, so these two are actually quite doable. But they're going to be kind of, you know, rare. See what you just try to find it. Good luck. But that does give me an excuse to do some incursions here in Torment too. That'll give me some Spectral Ash, and that will get me close to doing other stuff. So here I'm going to say, let me see if I can get rid of... Nope, that's not what I wanted. I think I'm going to edit my stream info and drop the solo tag. So, Blazin, if you want to play with me, you are certainly welcome. Yes, indeed. I think what I'm going to work on is incursions, if that's okay with you. If you don't want to do incursions, that's totally fine. I understand. Let's see. Accept, and then open the layer cache. Okay. Now, taking a look at this, let's just put everything away, and then I'll clean up my inventory later. Yeah, later. I thought I said layer. I'll clean off my inventory later. Okay. Now I'm starting to get some pretty interesting pieces of gear. But the rest is going to go. Good call. Thank you, Blazin. Sit up straight. Get a sip. Very nice. Okay. Everything's going to go because there's no way I'm going to be using that particular blade. And I would rather upgrade the aspect and continue to work on getting all the stuff I need. So, let's see. So we've got 2 sorcerers, and let's see what we've got in terms of... There is one in Kjolvashad, I believe. So that's where I'm going to head. So you can teleport on me in a little bit, a couple of minutes, once I'm there. I also need to go and collect my bounty board for my reputation, but I can do that off stream. I can do that on my own time. That's just opening up chests. All right, I am here if you want to teleport on me, unless you're already here. Okay. I'm looking for apparitions. And so that's why I'm just kind of beelining it to these guys. I don't think I got that one. I think he died before I got to him. What a big bully. Dying. Okay. Good job, my dude. That guy's going and killing everything. Wow.
This stops.
I was not paying attention, but we have already made it to Paragon 90. Just so you guys know, little by little, we are continuing that journey to 300. I don't know if we'll ever get there, but that is the little goal. Okay. Oh no. Thank you, whoever is healing or picking me up. Thank you. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see all that poison. Now I have no idea if I got any of those apparitions they want me to be getting. I'm gonna head here. We'll check after this incursion to see if I got them. Maybe I completely misunderstood what we're supposed to be doing. Wow, that laser is pretty dope. That laser is pretty dope. Is that the lightning spear? Don't get hit by Belial. He's a big meanie. Look at that. Look at those lasers. That's fantastic. Min-max on lasers. Alright, well we barely survived that battle. Good job, everyone. It was a close one. I didn't think we'd make it. Alright, where are you?
Your insolence is at an end.
Our insolence was certainly at an end. Come on, let me fight these guys. There. Okay. Yeah, man, don't give them a chance. They don't deserve it. I do not need to hit the Tree of Whispers, but I am going to dive into the Tarsarak. I'm going to head over there because I would like to just, you know, get whatever reputation bonus I have waiting for me. I'm pretty sure I saw one fire off. Yeah, one. Which is fine. It was a layer cache, which, you know, means layer keys. I like layer keys. There's a lot of them. And then that way, okay. Let's see, where to? Where's the next incursion? There it is. I'm going to put my pin and head on over. We've got Blazin hanging out in the chat and murdering everything that I look at here in the game. Don't look cross-eyed at Blazin, or everybody gets beat up. You got a fast horse there. But mine has. Woo!
Your efforts are for naught.
Okay, I got no more jokes. Bits are done. We gotta take out this dude. I've forgotten to look to see if, oh, dang it. If, I have collected the apparitions that I'm supposed to kill. Come on, give me my horse. I see another dude. I'm gonna try to get to him without getting stuck. I hope that was him. All right. Well, good job, team. I think we did pretty well. Good. Lots of dead stuff. I got my channeling shrine. Oh my goodness, I love my channeling shrine. Wow.
This stops nothing.
I think I'm gonna ignore that, well, it was just a legendary piece of thing. That's what the star means. But I don't think I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna wait for it to just auto spawn in my cache. Okay. No other skulls on the mini-map. They do seem to drop more spectral ash in the higher difficulties. That was one of the things I was a little frustrated with when we were in the earlier difficulties, when I was still trying to get to level 60. There were times when it felt like, oh man, I am getting stuck on the environment. I got you, boo. It felt as... Never mind, I died too. It felt like I was just not able to get strong enough. I couldn't get my characters into a spot where I felt like I was doing well. And now, you know, I can still get killed, but I'm feeling like I am making progress. I am actually able to get stuff. I'm not spending the entire incursion killing dudes for 3 spectral ash. Like I'm doing it for 10. I do like these sound effects. Oh, and I got a new boss power. At this point, I thought I had killed everybody. I don't think that person is at their controller. I think they are AFK, the person that keeps dying over there.
Insolence is at an end.
I could be wrong. Maybe they're like, why isn't anybody helping me? But they died twice in the same spot. Surely. Okay, I need to go to the Tree of Whispers.
Yes.
Just to let you know. Good. I think if you die 3 times in the same spot, no one should be allowed to resurrect you.
It is done.
Excellent.
And found.
Well, that worked out. What did you drop? What did I just pick up over there? Let me just make sure. I don't know what I picked up. I was going too crazy and I just started picking things up. Regardless, I'm going to put my stuff in my stash, level up, take a look at the season journey, and then we'll see. Oh, okay. So I'm putting that in my stash. I got to deal with duplicates at some point.
That looks worn. I can fix it. There's
No need, just tear it all down, baby. I don't want any of it.
The forge is always hot.
Okay. One of these. All right. Now, I want to take a look at the season journey just to see where we're at. I have taken out a few of these apparitions. I have taken out 3 out of 6. There are 3 left. I need to find Hatred's Embrace, Turusk, and either Blackmailer or Outlaw Sharpshooter, which I guess is just a reskin of the same person. And then just a few more pieces of unique gear. So why do you keep dropping stuff? I'm just going to tear it down. I'm just going to melt it.
Whatever you need.
Okay. There's another one to the south of us, but I think I'm going to head into backwater in order to do it. Okay. Now I did collect that that aspect of Orange Herald or whatever it was called. I have picked it up. So, if you're trying to help me find aspects that I'm missing, I think I have everything now. We'll find out. Okay. It will upgrade them if it is better than what I currently have equipped. And unfortunately, I did have something better already broken down. So I did not get an upgrade there. Oh goodness. I walked into a lot of hurt. So I'm starting to, well, I don't know. I have no idea what they're saying about these apparitions. Are they the dudes? Oops. I don't know. I don't know what got me, but I got. Are these the dudes who are the little red skulls, or are they... Oh, goodness. Pick up what I dropped. Or are they the people that Belial summons at the beginning, or when he comes in? Because I think it's the dudes he summons. Ooh, boy. Hello, French fries. It is good to have you. It has been a pretty busy stream. We have done a lot of stuff. It's okay to be late. You got a life. You gotta live your life, man. And I put all of these streams on the YouTube so you could, if you really were curious as to what happened while you were away, you could always watch those later on. Speaking of which, if you're watching in the future on YouTube, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Hopefully we can improve who's coming to my page. You walked 6.5 miles today? That's incredible, dude. I know I said it all wrong. I said it all wrong. Let's try it again. If you're watching in the future on YouTube, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. You're welcome. Now, as you probably, well, I think only Blazin was here. I did point out some of the comments that I had yesterday during the stream. I mentioned 2 French fries. Was it yesterday? It could have been Monday. But I was just like, hey, you shouldn't allow fiction to be like, it has to be this way or that way. You know, do it the way you want. Make it work the way you want. So I made that into a short. And Ukalar665 was like, what a dumb take. When you are using established lore, you have to stick to the lore. You can't change it because your feelings say to. And I laugh at that because that is the exact opposite of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it's all fiction. Do what you want. Whose feelings are you hurting? So anyway, those are the kind of comments I currently get on YouTube. If you want to help fix that, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Exactly. It's all made up. We don't need it to, we don't have to have all these rules when it comes to fiction. It's just weird. Just weird. We're also very close with the community challenge. We are 50% of the way there. Blazin's working on a novel, and they're not using the traditional versions of all of that stuff. I got sidetracked. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Let's get in here and help. Looks as though everybody's working up there, so I'm going to work down here. Good. We're doing much better. We are in Torment 2. If you are just joining us, we have made it. I might head back into the pit at some point to see if I can get a little further. But yeah, we are just working on the season, just trying to complete things.
This stops.
And I helped. I didn't help. Okay. Get past everybody. Help out here. I am fairly powerful. I have I have done a lot to improve this build, mostly finding the pieces of unique gear that I need in order to do it. Oh, that reminds me. There should be some new follower emotes. I don't know if they all work, but I did make them. Well, make them is a relative term. I went onto Hero Forge, created an avatar that looked almost like me, and then put him into a few different positions. Yeah, like that one. That one right there. And I might do these for the subscriber ones as well. I just don't know what I would do about the motion ones. I hear you. I do have a Fist of Fates now, Steves. So thank you for that offer. Let me take a look. I actually was able to get some pretty good stuff. I now have a Hail of Verglas, Raiment of the Infinite, Fists of Fate. I've had this Azure Wrath for a while, so the only ring that I'm looking for is the one that has... Oh, dang it. I forget what it's called. There's a ring that I want. It's a unique ring. And I just don't remember what it's called. But I am starting to finally get the uniques that I need for this build, and they are changing the nature of the build in fantastic ways. Oh my gosh. I now have what looks like a shotgun with my ice shards. I've got a spread. And I love it. Okay. Well, good job, everybody. And I'm glad that French fries is getting some use out of these particular new emotes. And if you want to play with them, just hit that follow button, baby. Alright, I gotta go back to the Tree of Whispers after I kill these dudes. I act like I'm upset about it. I'm not. I'm glad. The Tree of Whispers has been... Oh, whoops, I went to the wrong place. But the Tree of Whispers has really been one of the things that has helped a lot. Also, the Purveyor of Curiosities actually drops good stuff now. And that's pretty dope. There. That's what I wanted. Alright, let me read this. French Fries says, what if you make it anytime someone saves up 10,000 beard hairs, they can buy one that makes you dress like a costume. I think he said dinosaur. That is an interesting one. Because then it would challenge you guys to decide, are you going to spin towards the community challenge, or are you going to try to make me save up? The issue I have with costuming is that it usually costs money. And so I don't usually look at costumes just because I'm like, how am I going to afford to buy stuff? But I don't know. It might be worth it, especially if we can get a few more people in here. But I have thought about it. I've also thought about, if there are any particular games that you guys are like, you should play this game, whether it be a scurry game, something to get me to jump and be scared a bunch, or if it's just a game that you want to see me play and I own it, then I could do that as a community challenge or as a significant beard hair investment. There's options. That's what I'm getting at. Okay, Blazin', let's find another one. I mean, maybe I'll make public my library at some point. That one is already started. I don't like going to all these incursions that have already started. And I think that's the only way I can do it. Well, guess we're going to an incursion that's already started. But yeah, really, if it was a game that was on PlayStation Plus, then it's a game that I own. If it's If it's a newer game, I probably don't. But yeah. And I don't know if there's... I don't know how to make my library public, but I would like to. Now where the heck is he? Am I early? Did it not actually start?
For naught, mortals. This realm is
Here it is.
mine, and I shape it as I wish.
And I attack your shapes. I found another one and I'm attacking it. So every once in a while I'll get a game that's on sale that's a weird game. Like one of the games that I bought because it was dirt cheap and I don't know if it's any good. I've never actually played it. But it was Bee Simulator or Bumblebee Simulator or something. It looks like a cheap little Unity game that someone threw together and they put it in the store for like $2. And so I bought it because why not? That price. But I've never actually played it. So, you know, I could have a day where we play some of these, or, you know, it might be a thing where I have to go into the Discord and get some opinions, but I have been thinking about ways to try to do more with the actual community challenges. Also, if you are new here and you're wondering what we're talking about, why don't you hit that follow button? Then you won't be new here and you'll know what we're talking about in the future. We're trying to get to 100 followers and you could get us there. You could also help us out by hitting the subscribe button. We're halfway to our subscriber goal. It'd be cool if I could get to 10. That was the last time I was publicly online. Every once in a while, there are people who just, they spam my invites, often with a game that I don't own, and that frustrates me. I get really upset if every 5 minutes someone is like, hey, join our game, and I'm like, dude, I don't own the game. Please stop sending this invite. And then the other reason is because there are some people I don't want to know when I am online. I just don't want them to know. I trust you. 291 games, that sounds about right as far as my digital library goes. I'm sure it's greater than that if we included PS3, but I don't have a way to stream the PS3, so... Because my digital library is huge. It's huge. Good. I try to keep most of my stuff public. I'm not, maybe I'm just not good at internet safety, but I tend to think I don't have anything to hide. I mean, if I'm shady, I'm not ashamed of my shadiness. That's the other thing about it, like... I just don't, it's just me. I respect other people who want to stay private. More power to them. It's just not me.
Insolence is at an end.
I mean, could you believe a guy who streams publicly and has a public podcast as well as a public YouTube and TikTok and all that stuff is okay with being public? It's kind of weird, isn't it? Man. I'm going to take one more look at my season journey. I did! But I never did X2, despite the fact that I really love X2. I love both X and X2. I mean, I call X 10. It's only X2 that I call X2. I also love Oron. It's a fantastic game. One of my favorites of all time. It's the very first time a video game made me cry. And it legit did make me cry. That's not one of those things where I'm like, and it made me cry. No, like, I got pretty weepy at the end of Final Fantasy X. Dang it. I'd still feel like every one of these incursions that I'm going to have already started. But every once in a while I have thought about trying to 100% X2 because I really do love that game. I just play it for just for getting through the... Well, I play it to grind is what I do. But yeah, I have played The Witcher 3. I did not get a platinum in that one. But I did beat it. I didn't beat the last bit of DLC. I kind of ran out of steam at that point. I was just like, all right, well, I've had my fun with this. Come on. I'm not a big fan of the Fallout games. I have tried them so many times, and it's the same with the Elder Scroll games. I want to like them. I just don't really enjoy them. I love the lore. I love the ideas. It's just when I play the game, I get bored so fast. So I don't want to say the Fallout or the Elder Scroll games are bad. They just don't get me. I have that one on disc, Red Dead 2. I didn't get very far in that. It's just a little too much to do and I just got distracted. Oh no, I remember what happened. I fell asleep while playing it. And if a video game makes me fall asleep, then I usually stop playing it from that point on. Hades is very dope. And I did play that on the stream. There should be some archived video of when I played it. Because I eventually was able to beat it like once or twice. Not enough to like fully beat it and get to the final ending. But I did beat Hades a few times on the stream, and I was so proud of myself for that. I was like, I'm the best! Alright, let me go collect this, and then I gotta look at what I'm doing again. But are you only seeing the games that I have trophies for? Because there are a lot of games that I have never actually played. Like, I own them, I've just never actually played them. And so that could alter what you're seeing. Ooh, I hope that's a ring I can use. Now, what I was doing was, still need to find Tarusk and Hatred's Embrace. I tried the original Last of Us Remastered. The original. I tried the Last of Us Remastered, and I just couldn't get into the gameplay. Really, the combat was what I kept screwing up with. I died so many times, and I was like, I don't know what's killing me, and that's frustrating. In fact, I think I remember where I was when I quit. I was in the skyscrapers, and you had to cross from one to the other, and then you get into a room with a bunch of clickers, as well as sighted zombies. And so no matter what direction I went in that room, they always found me. I turned the difficulty down to 0, and I just could not figure out what I was supposed to be doing. And I was like, well, I think I'm done. I think we're going to play a different game on stream. Yeah, so. And I've only seen the first season of the TV show. So I don't know. Could you believe it? I actually had Diablo 3. I might actually have a few Diablo 3 trophies for the PlayStation 3 back when I reviewed the game. I was not allowed to keep it. I had to give back my review copy. Oh boy. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I have a few trophies from that. That was another PS Plus game that I played briefly. I didn't like it. I do like the Knack games. I'm into them, thank you. All I wanted to do was get to this guy. Okay, there. That's all I did. Bloodborne is probably my favorite of the Souls style games. I'm just bad at it, so it's one of those things where, like, me liking a thing doesn't mean I'm good at it. I'm actually quite bad at Bloodborne. I don't think I have ever gotten very far. I've also found the older I get, if a game gets too big, I will stop playing it. There just comes a point where I'm like, alright, I'm not into this anymore. Oh man. Still not finding the guys I want to find. I have heard that Sid is the highlight of Final Fantasy 16.
Is at an end.
Did you guys hear that? Our insolence was at an end, and then he died. But our insolence was at an end. So it is a little interesting to hear about all the games that I've forgotten that I've owned. That's it's kind of a trip. Okay, so no new things. Of course, I didn't even attempt the platinum in that one. I was pleased with how far I got. I'm gonna take a look at all of those, but I am gonna melt everything else down. There we go. Yeah, I mean, there were a couple of trophies I probably could have gone after, but I really was satisfied with the experience when I got done with it. I was like, okay, I have seen all that I need to see, and I enjoyed it. I think if I started going into it further than that, I probably would not have enjoyed it as much. Am I blind? Is there another incursion happening that I just don't see on the map? I'm sure I've done all of the whispers for them. Hawazar. Ah, there it is. Thank you. I was blind. I was just blind. That's all. Thank you, Blazin. How dare I be blind? Okay. We're gonna make our way up here with the hardest blue line anyone could ever try to follow. I think I would be surprised if I killed one of the Valkyries. There was, I think I tried like 3, and eventually I got to the point where I was like, if I beat one, that's enough for me to be proud. I don't need to prove anything. One would be fine. And I don't even know if I got that. Good on you. Yeah, I have never completed any God of War game, even back in the PS2 days with God of Wars 1 and 2. Never even tried. I had a roommate who really enjoyed the original God of War. And so he was always like, you gotta try to do the challenges, man. Like, I've already done the challenges on my save file. Why haven't you done the challenges? So I tried. I gave it my legitimately best shot. And I did not complete the challenges. I think I did maybe 3. And then I was like, all right, well, I'm done. Okay, what do we got? Yay. Love the channeling. All right. Taking out dudes left and right. Not seeing enough red dots anymore. That always frustrates. I'll help you guys here. Hey, French Fries just contributed 930 beard hairs to the Fry Play Challenge. Once again, if you want to be involved in that community challenge, you can either donate or you can make purchases with your beard hairs. But past 13,000 should be over what we're looking for. 52%. That is awesome. Well, clearly I need to add to the challenge next time. I made it too hard. Or too easy. Too hard.
Your insolence is at an end.
Yay. Our insolence was at an end. Okay, what do we have left? Thank you guys. Whoa, get out of there. Don't stand in the poison explosions. That is a bad idea. Alright, taking a look. I am only looking for Hatred's Embrace. And then, you know, finding the uniques, that's just a matter of them dropping. And I imagine we'll find those fairly easily. But Hatred's Embrace, that's who we're looking for next. I also, at some point, I need to clean up my inventory because I've got some duplicates in the stash. And you guys know how much I hate duplicates in the stash. I didn't get far in Shadow of the Colossus at all. I will give it a shot one day. One day, I will play it again. I just wasn't in the right headspace when I tried. Again, didn't get very far. Let's see. Ah, thank you, Blazin. I probably shouldn't have put my pen down. It'll probably be easier to see yellow than blue. Good job. I mean, if I give the game another shot, maybe I'll vibe with it. I just didn't vibe with it the first time. But I didn't vibe with Diablo 3 the first time. When I played that, I really didn't enjoy it that much.
This stops nothing.
And now I love these Diablo games. Maybe I would love those Monster Hunter games. We'll just have to see. Excellent. That dude survived a lot more of that than he probably should have. I'm actually surprised at that 15% because I don't remember ever even installing Modern Warfare. So that makes me wonder if maybe a roommate, child, or relative was allowed to play on my PlayStation. Maybe I played it. I don't remember it. Okay. So, I should probably go to where all of those red dots are, as opposed to trying to just fight one or two peoples. Because, man, we are not doing a good job of summoning Belial again. Okay. Okay, we got him. I do like when all of them hang out here, and you can't just sit here and hang out and do nothing. You gotta actually be a part of it. Oh boy, I get to eat in about an hour, and I'm very excited for that. Alright, that also was not the guy I wanted. Oh well. I keep... these shadows of Belial keep throwing me off. There. At least I got a hit in. Come on. Pick everything up. Did we get everything? I think we did. Okay. I don't need to make a stop anywhere yet. But I do want to see what else we've got. Oh, another one. I don't know if we'll get there in time. You jerk! Can't believe he did that to me. He stopped my town portal. What? What a bully. Huh. It's like these bad guys have absolutely no respect. Alright, well.
Your efforts are for no.
Come on. Get out of here. I'm stuck in the library.
Is mine, and I shape it as I wish.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see who's got wild shape. Excellent. This is going much better, but I should probably heal up. Probably should pay attention to my health. Hoo-ha! Indeed. Oh my goodness, there is so much stuff on the ground. There's a unique on the ground. There's all that spectral ash. I'm gonna get the unique, and then I'm gonna get the spectral ash. And then we'll head back over to this fight. Alright. Oh, I've already beaten the sharpshooter. Dang it. I was like, we got one of them. But I've already got him. I am looking for hatred something or other. So that's really what we're doing over here in these incursions right now. I'm just working on the season journey, getting a little stronger each time. I just have not seen this thing we're looking for. This hatred dude. Alright, we're doing well. Oh, I forgot, I'm aiming for this guy. I'm over here just having a good time beating up dudes, but I should have been beating up these dudes. Okay. How are we doing on time? We are looking pretty good. Just gotta get a couple of more dudes. I love it when they spawn right in and they're like, hey, we're here to fight too. And I'm like, yes, come on in. You're not gonna like it, but have a good time. Okay, we've got the apparition on their way. Hopefully it's hatred's blah blah blah. Eventually I'll learn what it's called. But it's all made up. I don't care that much. It can be whatever it wants to be. That was it. I don't see... Oh, there it is. Okay, got the apparition hunt. That was what we were aiming for. Now I don't feel like I need to do any more inside of these incursions, at least for now. I'm sure something else will come up where they're like, no, trust me, you want to do it. And I'll do it. But right now, I think we're pretty golden. Okay. Let's get all of our toys and then head home. Head home to Karagar. Very good job. Very good job. And then as far as items go, I am going to take a look at these ones with greater affixes. I'm going to get rid of my duplicates when I can. But that'll probably be later tonight off stream. But that is going to be part of the process, getting rid of duplicates. Okay, well, I feel really good about that, but obviously you haven't completed it until you hit that button. So let's go ahead and find our spectral cache. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. At this point, I just know that eventually I got to get all of these to rank 20, so I think I'm just going to work on one. And if I get it to rank 20, like I just did, then we're golden. Now, I guess the yellow, yeah, that denotes that it is something I am equipped with.
I cannot afford that.
Okay. I feel pretty good about all of that. I do need to level up, which means I need to look. I'm gonna cheat again. I gotta cheat. Here we go. Oh boy, I might need to start working on my next glyph sooner than I thought. It's pretty close, but anyway, we are doing Frigid Fate, and it looks as though we are rotating it so that the glyph is at the top right. Where is it now? Okay, so it needs like 3 rotations. And then taking a look, does that look right? Yes, that looks correct. Yep, that looks right. I think I did it right. I didn't mess it up. Oh, look at that. There's more stuff on the ground. Who keeps throwing stuff on the ground? Is that what I'm looking for? Did you just give me the thing I want? I might break it down just so I can't use it. No, I'll use it. It's a good one. And it was the last one I needed. Everything else is fine. Okay. Let me junk the things I got. And the reason we do that is because I want to collect the Obdus site.
More there than I thought.
And just get that back up. Someone else must have dropped it, right, Blazin? It was totally someone else. Grab that armor. I might need to break down one of my skulls. No, I could just do one.
Well done.
So, back here, we grab the royal skull, put it there, and we are back at 1,000. That was all I needed.
Here you are. Beware the envious, my friend.
And now, on this side... Ooh, is that what I wanted? No. Everything else can go into my stash. Because I could always switch them out, I think. Whoops. There. Okay. Everything done with the inventory. We've leveled up. The only things that I could try doing... Yeah, let's do that. If you don't mind, I'll, either you leave or I kick you out. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go solo again. Thank you much, Blazin. You are the best. There is a reason that I enjoy having you here. You are quite understanding and kind. So I want both of those. And I'll deal with that later. But now I am going to be working towards, what was it, 40? But I think I can handle a 35. Exactly. Let's see. Let's see how well we can do. No potions, no incense. We are going to get this hydrate that I missed. And waste 5 seconds just in drinking. Alright, now my pyro skills actually do stuff. Well, I didn't really read what that ring does, but it is the last piece I needed. For like the, well, not the basic, the unique, or the ancestral version, I don't know. I can improve this build further, but I'm at a place now where I think I'm gonna be pretty powerful for a while. Okay. Good. Still don't want to stand in poison. That's still a bad idea. So I'm not going to do that. But we are quite powerful now compared to yesterday. Oh boy. Wow. Oh man, I forgot how great this particular shrine is with this build. Because everything is firing, and so I feel like I've got these little light bolts going everywhere. still gotta figure out how to reduce my ultimate timer, though I did just kind of waste it. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking great. Alright. Now, resource is still kind of my main gripe. Could just be that we're still early days and I haven't found... well, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm very powerful until I hit the limits of my resources. Okay. But look at the time, baby. Look at the time. We've still got 12 minutes left. Okay. Got a little bit sidetracked going after that shrine. That's fine, that's fine. Good. Things are going down. Excellent. If I can find a few more elites, then that should really speed things up a little bit. Because they're the guys that give me the most of the progress bar. Oh boy, do I love my ultimate now! Ultimate plus my boss power is ridiculous. Okay. Not going after a lone dude unless he comes after me. Now there might be something that makes it so my ultimate will recharge all of my resource, and if that's the case, that might really help things out. But I'm also missing a little bit of lucky hit chance and cooldown reductions. There are places I can go still in order to make this build work really well. There. Yeah, I was like, all I need is my ultimate, and then he'll be dead. Just gotta get to my ultimate. Okay. I'm gonna save this ring. I'll open all of that stuff later. But I'm gonna go through a lot of this equipment that has the greater affixes because I just want to see if there's anything worth keeping. This guy is gonna level up by 2. I wonder when it's going to go down to 1. It never did! Okay, what is the last one? Wrong direction. So that was Elementalist. It is now at 15. We're going to do Destruction. And just very slowly get that up to 15. That is fantastic. Then taking a look at this, we are working towards the Elementalist at this point. But we just keep getting stronger and stronger, and that's what excites me the most about this build, is like, I think part of the issue last season was I didn't know how to read the maxroll.gg build guide, because they've got it set up in essentially stages. They're like, start here, don't buy the other stuff, start here, and then we'll move up to this other thing. And I really like that. So yeah, as far as my Paragon board, it says you're not at level 200 yet. Let's focus on just these things, and then when I get to the level 200, they're going to be like, okay, let's get our glyphs to level 45, and it's a very interesting guide. I'm going to dump both of those. There's no reason to keep
I
that.
forge more than horseshoes and nails. Better than starting from nothing.
Indeed. Okay. Taking a look at this, obviously I need to go back to the Tree of Whispers. But then we're going to look at the season journey to see what else needs to be done. Because we're getting further and further. I think we're at chapter 4 now? Maybe?
It's done.
I don't know. I've already forgotten where I was.
Fit for a king.
Come on, baby. There it is. And then...
It is a grim duty we perform.
Okay. Hey, French Fries is back! I will keep that in mind. Let me see if I have made it to T3. I mean, we've only got a half an hour left, baby. I don't know if I'm going to make it that far. I mean, first let me open these, obviously. Oh, okay. Not specifically today. And for some reason the screen tripped out on that. But yes. Did I unlock 3? Doesn't matter. Let's focus up on doing the things we need to do. Okay.
You can still use these.
Sure.
Don't ruin all that work.
There are leaves around, but I don't know which leaf you were talking about. Oh, the weapon? Maybe. I've already melted it down. I have no idea. Let's go back to Karagar. Sorry. But it could have been. It might have also been like a deer or a moose antler, because those are wider. They kind of have this Beetlejuice look to them. Okay, I wanted to take a look here to see where I'm at. I have gotten one thing to rank 20. Still got to do a few things here. Oh, man. I mean, you could roll the dice, Blazin', if you've got 4 resplendent sparks. Isn't that 2 random ones? You could just roll the dice and see if you get it. See how lucky you are? Yeah. I'm also not a very lucky person. Okay. Now that we are going into... Oh, look at that. I've been collecting things all over the place. I didn't even realize it. But now that we are going into Torment 3, I think I want to put on the armor potion. It's not going to do much, but it should help a little bit. Let's see. And eventually I'm going to also need to take a look at incense. There's a lot of stuff that I'm going to need to do, likely tonight off stream. All right. Don't want to get too cocky in here, because now we're at a higher torment. They might actually do some damage to me. That would be pretty nuts. I was just trying to figure out this build, and suddenly I found myself at Paragon 200. I don't know what happened, man. I might have lost the plot at some point. I mean, I did gain like 20 levels last night off stream, just trying to get my glyphs where I wanted them to be. Okay. dudes up here. Wow. These guys, they're getting me. I only lie sometimes. Whoa! Well, that was my fault for not paying attention, but that was a big penalty. Let's see if I can survive. And then I'll pay attention to the chat. See? See what happens when I pay attention to the chat? I run into walls. Come on, baby. Give me that resource. There. If I'm paying attention, then I actually do pretty well. Okay. Still a lot of dudes back here. I thought I killed everybody. Come on. That's why I'm looking down, because I can't trust. I can't trust. Maybe a minute ago I needed to heal. Okay. I'm grabbing that lethal shrine. These guys. I'm doing fine on health, French fries. You're the boy who cried wolf. You're trying to get in my head. But there's nothing in there. There's nothing in there, see? You might try to get in my head, but it's all empty. Not a single thought in sight. Let's get away. Oh man, I love Urivar's superpower. For those of you playing Belial's Return, the layer boss Urivar, who is in Nahantu, has a pretty fantastic power. When I fire off my ultimate, when I have my ultimate, it fires off 4 grenades that do so much damage. Okay, that time you were correct. That time French fries was not crying wolf. There really was a health issue going on. Oh, I love my little fat guy's thumbs up. That was like the very first one I made, and that's the one that puts a smile on my face the most. So yeah, if you're new here, hit that follow button and you can play with some of the follower emotes. Eventually, I will add some more subscriber emotes. I just gotta get to it, just make them. All right. Give myself my shield just to make sure. Sometimes these guys can do some damage. Come on, baby. Nope, get out of there. Ooh, boy. That was almost death number 2. That was almost death number 2. Oh, I love it. I don't love that. I walked right into that too. Alright, well, I died twice, so we're not gonna get the full thing. And that also tells me that I should probably do pit level 40 again at some point, just to see if I can do it without dying. Oh. I think I would do a little better if I came in after a couple of more levels, but really, I'm proud that we're getting into Torment 3. Maybe. If I don't die. You'll get your water. You'll get your water. I've got 5 minutes to try to survive this thing. Let me in. Alright, I'm going to be doing a lot of... Oh, I might not actually be able to complete tier 40. 3 minutes left. My armor is looking pretty poor. I know. Oh boy. Get out of that. His poison damage hurts a lot, so I gotta remember that. Gotta stay mobile. Gotta... Ooh, boy. Stay mobile. Ah, okay. Well, it was a good effort. That last one, I don't know what killed me, but he got me for sure. So we're not quite ready for Torment 3. That might be a challenge for tomorrow. But we've had a lot of good stuff. Now, if I look at this... Magnum or knife? I have no idea what that means. I'll flip a coin. Knife. Okay, what I really wanted to do was figure out who drops these things. All of these are out of date. Nothing has been updated for the season, except saying 5 days ago Crown of Lucian was temporarily disabled. So let's see who drops it. Feel free to shout out if you know where I could find a Crown of Lucian, or any of these things. I imagine they are assigned to specific layer bosses. And so I'm just trying to figure out who is most likely to drop this. And according to the internet, it sounds as though it's just a random world drop. Like, that kind of sucks. I don't want it to be a random drop in the world.
Hello, not a bad. Hello, shining. Shame that. Well, hello, shining beauty.
All right, face is disappearing briefly, so I can see what I'm doing. Because I've got a few more that I can probably buy.
Shame that. Hello, shining beauty.
Okay, looking at these. I was like, did I get it? I didn't. So I've still got to look for this Crown of Lucian and figure out where it drops.
Hello, shining beauty.
Yeah, that's fine. Ugh. Ugh. Wow, that was painful. That was a painful repair. But according to the internet, it's a random drop. World events, other things like that will drop it. Whoops. We go to here. Good job, Blazin'. You got a mythic unique. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do, we've got 20 minutes left, and I want to kind of test my build. So I think I'm going to grab a 10 wave and give it a shot. We haven't done one yet for the season. So I'm just going to see if I can. We'll see how well this goes. Oh yes, and the hydrate from 5 minutes ago. Thank you, French fries. Make it extra big for you. Ah. Okay, big deep breath. And then we go slaughter. Sometimes I get distracted. But I eventually remember. It's like there's something else I'm forgetting. What is it? Okay. Let's see, where are we? I seem to be pretty powerful, so I'm glad about that. Resource is still an issue. So I do need to figure out how to improve my resource generation. Woo boy. Who is left? Okay, that was not too bad. And they gave me my favorite thing right away. The summoned Hellborn, have them hunting me. No, right now I fight for a Crown of Lucian. Living would be cool, because I think I'm more likely to get the Crown of Lucian that way. But genuinely, it's the Crown of Lucian that I fight for. Excellent. I'll take a level any day of the week. Alright, who is down here? Man, my ice shards are ridiculous. They are so powerful. And I do love the summoned Hellborn. That's what I want to pump most of these things into. Making them more likely to drop, more of them to drop, making them give me more stuff. Unfortunately, they didn't give me what I wanted. So I think I'm going to go with the Hellfire, because there's one that'll make it so the Hellfire has a chance to spawn even more Hellborn. And that's what I want. I want Hellborn everywhere. Alright. Get going. I like it when they just stand there and let me freeze them. Okay, there's more over here. Who is left? It is a Hellborn. Alright, we're doing great. Getting lots of Hellborn on the screen. That is what I want. I want these guys. Everybody else is just bonus at this point. I really want the Hellborn. But of course, time has run out. Okay. Just a few guys left. Nope. They're all gone. Still didn't give me the ones I want. Okay. I guess starting with an etheric mass would be the best way to go for now. I do, and I believe I'm gonna get that crown of Lucian. I fully believe in my luck. Okay. Freeze them. Blast them again. Head over here. Alright, we're doing fine, but we could be doing better. We've only got 151 on wave 0 of 10. There's no way that's correct. I don't know what wave I'm in. What wave am I in? Alright. Everybody's dead. I have no idea what wave I am in. Because it still says I'm at wave 0 out of 10. Ether Lord spawning or masses granting an Ether Lord. I think I'm going to do the masses giving me an Ether Lord. Okay, we're in wave 5. I read the screen this time. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, we got that one. Still something up top that I need to get up to. Got it as well. I completed something and I don't know what I did. Okay. Trying to watch all of my cooldowns to make sure I'm not ignoring them. Okay, where are those Hellborn? There. That should be all of them. Okay, now... What? Having them do more damage might actually be dangerous. And 70... I got the hiccups. 75 would be a pretty good boost, because I think I'm starting wave 6. Yeah, 75. Let's get a big chunk of change. We'll see if I even hear when he shows up. Because oftentimes, the butcher appears, and I miss it. But this time I heard it. Oh. Let's make sure I'm staying alive. I'm hoping I can lure him over here. Nope, don't need him to. And that was the 75 that I needed. Well, need is a relative term. That was the 75 that I wanted. Gotta do my best. I've got 10 seconds left to get through as much of this as I can. I don't think that's enough time. Yeah, it was not enough time. That's okay. We got a lot. Okay. That's the one I want. Plus 1 Hellborn wind spawned, and all of them drop 1 more ether. That's one of my favorites, so I'm definitely happy for it. And now we're getting them all over the place. That's perfect. Just gotta make sure I don't die. There's still a bit of a glitch happening where I have no idea what wave I'm on. And I'm not very good at paying attention to the screen when it tells me. Come on, baby. Give me that resource. Good. Oh. And they're not gonna leave. They're gonna just hang out and wait for me, so I can take my time on the Hellborn. Oh! I think I walked right into that poison. But we're at 450, and again, I have no idea which one I'm at, which wave. But we're gonna do, we're always gonna pump it into Hellborn if there's an option. And we are on wave 8. Okay. That's all I needed to know. Oh boy. Starting to run out of resources. I might end up staying down here just to try. No, I gotta get up there. If that's gonna be hitting me, gotta get up here. Keep freezing everybody. Do my best. I think I got that Ether Lord. Definitely hope I got that Ether Lord. So my ultimate drops a bunch of grenades. I am always excited to drop my ultimate because I know that that means everyone's gonna go down. I just need to figure out how to get the cooldown to reduce on it. Because oh boy is it powerful. And that might be like an equipment thing. I just need to collect the right gear to do that. This might be our last one. Maybe we get 2 more. So I think I'm gonna have the Hellborn that do spawn drop 1 more ether. Love that. Okay. All right. Got a lot of dudes on the screen. A lot of stuff happening. I'm doing my best. Not fully able to see what's happening. All right, there's that guy. Okay. That, like, everything seemed to slow down briefly. There they are. There's my Hellborn. Those are the guys I want the most. I would take more if they wanted to give me more, but we're out of time. Whew. All right, this is our last one. We could get ether events to spawn faster. Or I could get 15 more. I think I'm gonna, it's the last one. I'm gonna make the events spawn faster and hope that we get way more ether or hell spawn, Hellborn, whatever they're called. I don't know, it sounds like you're gonna make me burn specifically for killing Lilith, so sounds like I'm winning. All right. Holy hordes, Batman. Like, if I can stay alive, I am doing well. This might be the best I've ever done solo on any of these. Ah. Yeah, man. 813 might be the best I have ever done in a horde. And before we go face off against them, I might as well help myself to 5 more Paragon levels, you know? And then we're going upwards. Yeah, man, little by little we're getting stronger and stronger. Who's it gonna be? There's the first one. Now, legitimately, I could just wait until I get my ultimate back and one-shot them again. But that's not how we're gonna do. We're gonna actually fight. And that's the fight. I'm pleased. I hope you are too. Oh, finally got some scrolls of restoration. And did we... Is that purple up there? Let's just start picking things up and then we'll take a look at what we actually got. But I do love those hordes. When we actually do them, they are pretty fantastic. Alright, doesn't look like we got any actual mythic uniques, but we did get a sword that might be worth keeping. And then most of this is going to get thrown away. The flicker step, I mean, I'm glad I got it. Yeah. Okay. Well, I feel good about that. I hope you do as well. If you were new here and you were hanging out with us for the first time, why don't you hit that follow button? We are 16 people away from reaching the goal of 100 followers. You could also help us hit that goal by telling your friends about the stream, getting them in here. If you want to support the show financially, hit that subscribe button. There should be, if you've got a Prime subscription you are sitting on right above my head, there is a button to let you get that. If you're watching in the future on YouTube, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. You can leave a comment. I would appreciate it. Right now, most of my comments on YouTube are telling me how dumb and bad I am as a human being. So you could change that by leaving friendly comments on the YouTube. If you are into podcasts, I've got one. It's called Potato Chip Pictures, and you can find new episodes most Fridays. Tomorrow is Thursday. That is the last day of my streaming week, unless you guys can complete that community challenge. We are over 50% through. Just donate your beard hairs and we'll get that fry play unlocked. But for now, I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. And goodbye!